Today we're going to see how to change a brake light, which is also a tail light, on a 2014, 2015, 2016 Nissan Altima. So the tail light and the brake light are the same bulbs. The signal is different, and then the marker light I believe is down here. So in order to change any of these bulbs, you have to follow the same procedure. I'll show you how to do that. And my brake light is out in this case. This card takes 7443. That's the bulb number. 74434 for tail and brake lights, and then the signal is a different number. So what do I need to replace a bulb? I just need two tools. If you look at it, it's a flathead screwdriver and a 8mm nut wrench is what I have, but you could use a socket or a pliers, whatever you have in hand. All we are doing is taking a screw inside out with the nut wrench. Okay, so starting with the clips, you need to take a minimum of 2 clips. I would suggest take 3. So you have one clip here, the little hooky thing, and then a standard clip, and then one more clip down here where your base is here. So how do I remove this? This is a little different looking clip than normal. See, there's a little notch on slot on the top. Just pry that open, it'll slide out like that, and then just wiggle your way out. That's all you need for this clip. Easy said than being done. So I'll use there you go. Alright, so it's basically a standard clip. It just has a little different head on it to make it easy for grocery bags. Then take out this clip, which again is the same principle. Pry that out and it'll come right off. Same thing for this guy. Pry the head off. Let's see. There you go. Pry the head off and it'll just fall right out. So 3 clips, 1, 2, 3, and we should be good to go. So at this point it should only take about a couple of minutes to get this whole thing out. So what do I do now? I just pry out the carpet. Okay, once you pry out this carpet, you should be able to see 2 bolts here, 1 and 2, and they have 8mm nuts on them. In order to take the 8mm nuts out, I'm going to take a nut wrench and do it. You can also do the same with pliers if you don't have a nut wrench, or regular sockets. Okay, just loosen it up a little bit, and then you can hand crank them. They are not that tight, so they'll just slide right off. That's pretty much it. So once we get the 2 nuts out of there, you'd be tempted to just push them in. Don't do it, because the tail light is not just at the back, but it also extends all the way to the sides there. So you need to make even pressure, because there's 2 tabs, one here and one on the bottom here, that's also holding it. So right here. So just to be sure that you evenly apply pressure from the side towards the back. This is the fun part. Some people like to put a screwdriver here and push it, then you'll end up scratching the surface. So I would say don't do it. What you need to do is basically push this way, putting pressure right about here. Just push it this way, like this. See, that's it. So you just give one nice hit and it'll come right off. Just make sure these 2 nuts are completely out before you do that. Once you do that, you could see these 3 bulbs here. Okay, so this is the brake bulb, and you just twist it counterclockwise, pull it out, and in my case you can clearly see it's black. Alright, it took me both hands to do it, so you basically pull it off like that. It was pretty tight. You could see, I don't know if you could actually see the filament. So in my case there was a break in one of the filaments, and that's why I couldn't, that's why the brake light wasn't working, but the tail light was working. So we're going to replace them with a new bulb. One of the Things you could do is to make the bulb last longer is not to touch the bulb's surface, and just hold them by the bottom if you can. Okay, so I put the bulb in. Before we put the whole thing in place, I'm gonna step on the brakes, and there it is. And I'm gonna turn the lights on. So there you go, both the filaments are working. Make sure you check that before popping it back on. Alright, so now all you have to do is reverse the process clockwise now instead of counterclockwise. Put this whole thing back on. As you can see here, this thing, you need to slide it from here to here. So that's the one. And then here, you see those little holes right here. Yep, this little black thing, the little black two knobs are gonna go into these two holes right here. So make sure you line it up properly, and make sure you put these two pins in place, and then just push it a little hard. That's it. Once you do that, put these two nuts back on. Shouldn't take that much effort. It's always nice working on new cars. If it's an older rusty one, I will be beating this up by now. Alright, that's it. So tighten them up, put those clamps back on, and off you go. Pretty much done. All you have to do now is to pull this carpet under this beading and make sure the lip is properly sealed like this, so that water doesn't get inside the carpet. Okay, all the way down. That's it. That's how we change a 2014, 2015, 2016, 2017 Nissan Altima, no matter what trim or model it is. Alright guys, I'll meet you in the next video.